The University of Brighton Hospital wants to introduce and encourage the use of language to basically cancel woman as a sex and introduce words to like chest feeding, not breastfeeding, chest feeding, and birthing parents. This is the same kind of stuff we had in Spain there a number of years ago, where it's not mammy and daddy and mother and father, but now on the birth certificate it's parent one and parent two, all introduced by a very small clique, the trans lobby, people who have a mental illness called sexual dysphoria, and they want to overturn the biological basis of not only Western culture but all cultures which are based on this binary nature of male and female, and letting on to anybody that chicks with dicks are the same as women. Now, the thing is that men and women are biologically and psychologically different, and they're different for a reason. It's the difference which provides the attraction and the complementarity between a man and a woman, which is the base of sexual attraction, having kids, bringing them up together, staying together, having a family, kind of basic stuff like that. But what are the trans lobby, these, let's call them trans maniacs? Yes, I'm talking about men wearing wigs. These are the people who were going a few years ago in Hyde Park when feminists were having a meeting. They went and beat up this large group of feminists who were meeting to have a debate in Hyde Park. And so men in wigs went to beat them up. What are they doing now? How have things moved on in the last few years? Well, I have a funny instance where a member of the Irish Freedom Party, Con O'Leary, he took part in a 5 kilometre women's race at Trinity College there. I think it was 2019. He did it to make fun, to lampoon the stupidity, the idea of men. He's 6'5", good-looking guy too, taking part in a 5 kilometre road race, and he's put himself down. He could self-identify as a female, even though he's taller than me, better looking than me, younger than me, and obviously male. And he put himself just to make fun of this idea that anybody could self-identify as they liked. Of course, when he said I'm a female, they all took it with a straight face. He described it that some people were kind of laughing, some people were surprised, but everybody was silent because they didn't want to upset the trans lobby, which has become very, let's say, exercised and threatening to those who don't accept the imposition of language like chest feeding, birthing parents, stuff. Those who stand up to protect the language of women, of females, of motherhood, who want to use language like breastfeeding, breast milk, mother's milk, mother, the basics of a functioning culture. These are the people who want to remove the status and the language of woman from our culture, who want men that they can participate in women's sport, which obviously they have a very unfair advantage: weight, size, speed, and testosterone. Now, all this stuff about trans lobby, transsexual, the word transsexuals, come on, transsexual, changing sex, but you can't change your sex. That, how you're conceived, how you're born, every cell in the male body is the whole differential between male and female is permanent. And every cell of the body can be tested, and it's XX or XY, which denotes whether you're a female or a male. And in language, getting rid of the feminine in language is all about naming, claiming, and taming. Feminists years ago found out and have utilized the importance of language, and now it's been used by a very, very small trans lobby to get rid of women in language and in culture. And it's very dangerous, and we will oppose it. So we would call on people to use the language of male and female, of mammy and daddy, of mother and father, and breastfeeding and mother's milk and baby and breast milk. And do not bend the knee, do not live in fear, do not bend to the thought police and the trans lobby who want to police your language, police what you say, police what you think, please police how you act. These small lobby are very dangerous. We will oppose what they do in our culture. We will also, the Gender Recognition Act of 2015, we, Irish Freedom Party, in power, if elected, will oppose the Gender Recognition Act. Small trans lobby, which has obviously caught the ear of the politically correct, and not the ear of the biologically educated or the factually correct. But this trans lobby, what are they up to? They want to force women out of our range of language. They want to force the idea of woman, feminine, motherhood, etc., out of our culture. They also want to force men in wigs, in some instances, into the shower area and changing area of your daughters. Are you happy with that? I'm not happy with that, and I won't tolerate it. So you've got to do, if women want to defend their status, their space, and their difference, they need to start talking about it and stand up for themselves. And fathers who want to, and young women who want to have a shower without young men in the changing room or in the shower, need to start speaking up about it. So I would say to speak up about this and oppose this change of language and culture, to lampoon it, make fun of it when you can. I'd ask you to join the Irish Freedom Party to help us oppose this, and write to your TD and tell them that this stuff, which has hardly been discussed and been imposed on us from mainly from Britain and from America, it will not be accepted, and we want to defend the status of woman, the spaces of woman, women's sports and motherhood, and things like that. So my name is Hermann Kelly. I'm president of the Irish Freedom Party. I'd ask you to come and join us. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, buy some merchandise, donate to the party, help us in our work.